Last night, an AI answered a phone call, maybe for your business, maybe for a client's. It booked the appointment and it cost money in 3 different places, not one line on the bill, 3. And GoHighLevel publishes all 3 rates on one page that almost nobody reads. I sell GoHighLevel, that's why my link is in the description below, and I think the voice agent is genuinely good. I also think most people running it have no idea what a call actually costs, because the number everyone quotes is only the first of the 3. Now those 3 meters are what you pay if you're on pay-as-you-go, which is where everybody starts. There's also a bundle, and whether you should be on it is a maths question with a real answer. We'll do both. So, the 3 meters, what a real month looks like, the one drop-down that swings your bill 3.5 times, which plan the arithmetic actually points at, and then what you should charge for this if you're reselling it. If you bought GoHighLevel for your own business, stay tuned. Your numbers are the same, and the last part tells you what this is actually worth to you. Meter 1 is the voice engine. That's the part that runs the actual conversation, and it's the number you'll see quoted everywhere, 4.5 cents a minute. Flat rate, effective May of this year, and it does not change based on what you do. So a 10-minute call costs you 45 cents of voice engine. That's the easy one, and if that were the whole bill, this video wouldn't exist. It isn't the whole bill. It's roughly 1/3 of it, and the other 2/3 are the parts you control. Meter 2 is the voice itself. Turning text into speech is billed separately, and this is where the money actually moves. If you use the standard voices, it's 1.5 cents a minute. If you pick the mid-tier, 3.5 cents. And if you pick the premium voice, the one that sounds the most human, it's 17 cents a minute. 17 versus 1.5. That is 11 times the cost for the same call, the same agent, the same script, and it is a drop down. Nothing in that menu tells you that one option costs 11 times another. Let's put a real month on it. Say one client's phone gets 300 minutes of answered calls. That's 5 hours of conversation across a month, which is a normal small business. On the cheap voice, your engine and voice together are 6 cents a minute. 300 minutes is $18. On the premium voice, you're at 21.5 cents a minute. The same 300 minutes is $64.50, same calls, same bookings, same client, $46 a month of difference from one setting. Now multiply that by every sub account you turned it on for. Meter 3 is the model, and this is the line I can't give you a price for because GoHighLevel doesn't publish one. Their pricing page says the tokens are billed per model selection, and that's it. Which is honest, and also means your 3rd meter moves depending on which brain you picked and how long people talk. So when someone tells you a GoHighLevel call costs them a specific amount, ask them which voice and which model. If they can't answer both, they're quoting you meter 1 and guessing at the rest. Now, you might be thinking, none of this applies to me, I'm on the unlimited plan. Let's read that carefully. The AI employee bundle comes in 2 tiers. $50 a month gets you 1,000 conversation responses and 100 voice minutes. $97 gets you unlimited voice and credit where it's due. Their page says that covers inbound, outbound, and the widget. So on the top tier, those 3 meters genuinely stop running. 3 things about that though. First, 100 voice minutes on the cheaper tier is 1 hour and 40 minutes of talking. For a business whose phone actually rings, that's 1 busy day, not 1 month. Second, going over doesn't stop anything. Their words, overage is billed at pay-per-use rates, access is not paused or interrupted. So the meters come straight back on quietly. Third, and this is also their sentence, phone system charges still apply to all phone calls regardless of plan. Unlimited covers the AI. It never covered the phone. And here's the part that catches agencies, that $97 is charged per enabled location, not per agency. Per sub-account you switch it on for. 10 clients on unlimited is $970 a month before a single phone charge. There's also a piece that never goes unlimited at all. Agent Studio stays pay-per-use on every plan, including the top one. So the honest way to hold this is, the bundle caps your AI usage, it doesn't cap your bill. The phone keeps metering, the studio keeps metering, and the count that matters is locations, not clients. Which means there's a real question underneath all of this, and it has an arithmetic answer. When does the $97 unlimited plan actually beat just paying per minute? On the cheap voice, you're paying 6 cents a minute. So $97 buys you about 1,600 minutes. That's 27 hours of conversation in 1 month for one location. Most small businesses do not talk to their customers for 27 hours a month. So for a typical client on the standard voice, Unlimited is the more expensive option, not the cheaper one. But flip the voice and the answer flips with it. On the premium voice at 21.5 cents, $97 only buys you 450 minutes, 7.5 hours. Now unlimited is the obvious call. Same plan, same price, opposite verdict, and the thing that decided it was a drop-down 3 menus away. Which brings us to the question everybody actually has. What do you charge for this? If you're reselling, start by getting your real all-in number for one location. On the standard voice at 300 minutes, that's $18 of AI plus phone charges, plus your share of the plan. Call it under $50 all in for a client whose phone rings normally. Now the important part, do not price that at cost plus 20%. Nobody is buying minutes from you. They're buying a phone that gets answered at 7 at night and on a Saturday, so the job doesn't go to whoever picked up instead. Price it against what it replaces. If a client charges $400 for a call out, one recovered job a month has already paid for it several times over, and that's the conversation to have. And on the higher plan, there's a second lever, rebilling. You can pass usage through to the client at your own markup, so those 3 meters stop being your cost and start being your margin. And if you're not reselling anything, if you bought GoHighLevel to run your own shop, the maths is simpler and it's better news. You don't need a markup, you need a comparison. You're all in for a phone that always gets answered is under $50 a month at normal volume. Compare that to what you're doing now. An answering service, a part-timer covering the phone, or the option most small businesses are actually on, which is letting it ring out and hoping they call back. I'm not going to put a number on your missed calls because I don't know your business, but you do. Work out what one recovered job is worth and how many you'd need in a month to cover $50. For most trades and clinics I've seen, that number is 1. That's the whole evaluation, not the per minute rate. So how do you make this cheap on purpose? 3 things. 1, pick the standard voice unless the premium voice is the product. On a plumber's after-hours line, nobody is grading the accent. Save it for the client paying you to sound expensive. 2, match the plan to actual minutes. If a location does under 100 voice minutes, the $50 tier is right and the $97 is you donating $47 a month. 3, if you're an agency, count enabled locations every single month because that's the number that multiplies. If it's your own business, that number is 1 and you can stop worrying about it. Here's the counterweight, and it's a real one. At 6 cents a minute, an AI that answers every call at 2 in the morning and books the job is cheap, genuinely cheap, against a receptionist, an answering service, or a phone that rings out. The problem was never the price. It's that most people are quoting 1 meter out of 3, getting surprised by the other 2, and then pricing it wrong because they never knew the first number. If you're weighing GoHighLevel, the extended 30-day trial and my full cost notes are linked below.